Savannah had her first seizure when she was 2.5, and before that she was just this feisty, silly, energetic little girl.
They rushed me to the emergency room, and doctors ran a whole bunch of tests, and all of a sudden, like, a doctor's coming in telling me that was a seizure that I had, and that now I have epilepsy, and I'm just kind of like, what is epilepsy, and what is this?
I was surrounded by paramedics and the school nurse, and they told me that I had had a seizure.
I became involved in the world of epilepsy when, at the time, in 1993, my 1-year-old son, Charlie, began to have uncontrolled seizures.
Milan preferred to hide what she had and not talk about it, so just to respect her, I wouldn't insist asking too many questions.
Our son Danny died. He was 3 months shy of his 5th birthday on December 12th, 2009 when he died, and he died from a seizure while he was sleeping.
Luckily he's not having as many seizures as he used to, but I never take that for granted, because epilepsy is a progressive disorder and his seizures aren't controlled by medicines, and so I'm thankful of times when he doesn't have very many seizures, but I'm always kind of fearful that things will change.
It's totally unsatisfactory that 70% of all people with epilepsy do not know the cause, and yet we continue to throw treatment after treatment after treatment. Let's identify the cause, let's design a targeted treatment, and then let's eventually lead to a cure.
It is really up to each of us to control, in large measure, the medical destiny of both ourselves and our children. And when we defer all of that to someone else, it can be dangerous.
I think we can look at ourselves and say, okay, as a community, we've not been strong. We've not been out there saying, this is an important cause. This is a disease which is damaging brains, which is taking lives prematurely, and for which there are no cures, no preventions, and sometimes woefully inadequate therapies.
They couldn't decide if it was right side, if it was left side, if it was genetic, if it was scar tissue, what exactly was causing it.
The brain still is such a black box, so I think people think of it as being this unknowable and out of control thing that happens without rhyme or reason, and that's a very scary thing.
It took me 10 years to really be okay with this. And, you know, a part of my goal is to try and make that time frame a lot shorter for other people.
There's completely no reason to hide what you have. If everyone is aware about epilepsy, well, there's no reason to be frightened anymore, you know? You're in life, no matter what frightens us, it's often ignorance that frightens us. I really wish she was still there and I could do all the stuff I do now. But there's no chance all this would be here if she hadn't passed away.
This foundation will impact the world. As greatly as Danny himself would have. And that's what drives us every day.
I want to find out why Savannah has seizures in my lifetime. I mean, just the why. I think that that's something that's really stuck with me I've just never gotten over it, you know. There's got to be a reason. Just watching this baby who just had all the potential in the world just be robbed of that day after day by seizure after seizure, and then standing there really watching powerlessly every time she would go down and have a seizure, you know, and just being absolutely powerless to do anything about it.